Welcome back to The Path to Mastery. Today, I want to talk about beating supply block. This is going to be kind of a heavy episode for myself, unfortunately. Last weekend on my ladder video, if you watched the one from, I think it's the last day of June or the first day of July, I did very kind of bad on my weekend ladder video. And after the video, I even kept playing a little bit, and I was just having a really bad day. And yeah, this was basically 2 days ago when I did it. I started off with my custom game just to kind of get my hands warm because I hadn't played in a couple days, and then started with a big loss. Went 50-50 for a little while, lost, and then after my video ended, I went played again, and I just kept losing. And I was like, oh my god, what's wrong with me? And I made a lot of mistakes. I went back through and looked at a lot of videos. I made build order mistakes. I made macro mistakes, scouting mistakes, positioning mistakes, overextending mistakes. But the biggest mistake I was making constantly through most of my losses was supply block. And there's a lot of multiple reasons I lost a lot of these matches. It wasn't just supply block that lost me this many, obviously, but I felt that every match that I lost had some sort of supply block. Some of them over 2 minutes. 2 minutes of supply block on some of these that I lost. And I mean, my average supply block time, unfortunately, is even my opponent still a lot of supply block. But I lost these matches when I had basically no business losing it because I had so much supply block. It was terrible. So it caused me to float too many minerals, and I spent them on stupid things because I wasn't building units, and delayed my max out, and I lost. So I want to go over a couple replays and really understand the root cause of my supply block. It's 2 minutes and 7 seconds. This is actually really embarrassing, but I want to go over this. I already kind of dissected this video, and I have a lot of supply block videos that I'm going to go over coming up soon, but I want to take you guys through this one first. But basically, what I'm trying to do with this is learn to harass, produce, and to build at the same time with Terran. And that harassing, producing, I'm getting really good at, but the building while I'm doing that is really poor, and it's just supply block. I can't drop a building, so I have to kind of queue up buildings, and I'm not really good at it yet. But after I understand the problem, I could try to fix it. So let's get into this replay. I'm going to talk to you about the 5 times I got supply blocked in this. And I want to talk about when I got supply blocked, why I got supply blocked, the length that I got supply blocked, and then fixing it, how to fix it. So my opponent, Rising, and me, this is a low platinum at the moment. My MMR is really bad right now because I'm making a lot of these really core mistakes, and it's screwing me over. So here we go. Let's start it. I'm just going to put it on ×2, and all I'm looking at is this supply block. All I'm looking at is this supply here. So first supply comes at 15, you'll see right here. And the reason it comes at 15 is because this is part of my build order. And can I fix it? No. I don't want to fix this because that means I have to build this before, my very first thing before I build an SCV, and it's just not, no, I'm not going to fix this. This is part of my build. That's how this build works. So supply block here, that's 14 second supply block is what this is. Then after this, the only other build order supply block that I have is at 23, and it's just for a moment. It's less than 5 seconds, but I will show you. So there we go. Let's kind of speed it up a little bit. Scouting with my SCV, doing my build. I'm not really worried about the build. I'm not going to talk about the build. We're just looking at this number right here. So let's keep going. 1. So I'm going to get a supply depot at 21. Let's see if I get it right at 100. So 21, 21, and then yeah, so right at 100 I already drop it. So this is on time. It's not late, but if I do it at 21, which this build requires, let's talk about why we're doing it at 21. Let's wait until I'm at 23 supply. Let's see what's going on. Am I building an SCV? Yes, I'm building an SCV. Am I building a Marine? No, I can't because I'm building a reactor. Am I building something out of my factory? No, I'm not, because this is building. Am I building something out of here? No. So the reason I get supply blocked at 23 here is because I can't build anything else. There's no reason for me to queue up more SCVs here and waste that money. So this is put into the build. That's why this is okay. And if you can justify a supply block with this reason, every one of my buildings is building that can build. I don't have the money to have more buildings at this time. And my supply depot is going to finish before another building is done. So this has 10 more seconds before I can build another unit. This has about, 10 seconds before I can build a unit. This has about 10 seconds before I can build another unit. This has more than that, but this is going to finish in less than 10 seconds. So this will be finished before I can build any other unit, which is why 23 is okay. So right now my build order is perfect. Not doing anything wrong. Not doing anything wrong at all. So I'm not worried about it. But let's see my next supply block. When is my next supply block? When is my next supply block? Let's look. Not looking at anything else. We're just looking at this number right here. Looking at this number right here. Let's get it a little bit faster. Let's get a little bit faster. Let's get a little bit faster. Getting close to getting a supply block. I'm gonna slow it down. So we're getting close. We don't have any supply depots building. 62. Okay. Supply block 62. Let's see how long I'm supply blocked. Supply block, 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 supply block. Fixed. Okay. So I counted this, and I'm supply blocked here for 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Now, this is not part of my build. During that supply block, I could have been building out of this barracks. I could have been building out of this orbital command. I could have been building out of this orbital command. I could have been building, I could have been building here, here, and here. So it's actually a supply block. It's a real supply block. So why? Why am I supply blocked at 62? I'm going to think about my supply block, my depot timings. I have a depot at obviously 13. I have a depot at 21. I have a depot at 37. I have a depot at 41. And I have a depot at 51. So that's the closest one I have to here, is my 51 depot. That between 41 and 51, this command center finishes. So it gives me a little bit extra boomph up to 70. But until 70, I've got every one of my supply depots worked out completely. So let's see where 51 is. Where am I at 51 supply? Let's back up a little bit. Let's see why I made this mistake. Why did I make this mistake? 51. Let's look at 51 supply. Okay, so we're 42 supply. Let's watch from here. 51. We're waiting for 51. 42. 42. 45. 45. We're not talking about how well I'm producing off of anything. We're just looking at the supply. We're just looking at the supply. 45. 52. Okay, so we're over a little bit. So let's see. Am I building a supply depot? No. I'm not. Can I be building a supply depot? Yes. Totally. I even have an SCV waiting to build this supply depot. So let's see when he starts to build it. When do I build my supply depot? Let's see. When do I build my supply depot? I build my supply depot. When do I build my supply depot? When do I... Boom, right there. 55 supply. Huh. I'm 4 supply late. So how did I get supply blocked at 62? Because my supply depot at 55 was late. 51 was late. It was at 55. So to fix it, I already know when this supply depot needs to go down. It needs to go down at 51. I just need to do it. So that's just me being bad. I was probably screwing around with moving this army here or something like that. I don't really know, but all I need to know is, am I at 51? I have a supply depot down. If I do, I won't be supply blocked at 62. So let's look at my next supply block. So that was only 7 seconds. Not terrible, but it could get better. When is my next supply block? When is my next supply block? Let's get a little faster. 62. Okay, we already talked about this one. Here it is. 63, 65, 66, 70. Boom, right here, supply blocked. Now, if you've watched any of my other potato leagues with Infraggable Hoff, 70 is my favorite number to get supply blocked at. I get supply blocked at 70 a lot. Quite a bit. And you know why? I already said it before. I have every depot I need planned out up to 70 supply right here. It's, I think 14. 14, then I go 19 command center. Then I do, if I can remember properly, 20, 21, 30, 31 finishes there. 37, 41, 51. Yeah, 51, and that finishes during that time. So yeah, it works out. Yeah, so 51. After 51, I don't know my next actual timing. I don't know it. I don't know it. So why did I get supply blocked here? The real reason is because it's not because I'm microing. I'm going over here and shooting into his third. Yeah, I'm microing a little bit. But the reason is I don't know what 60 I should be getting a supply depot at. I need to start watching pros more, or I need to look at my build and do this a little bit more. But 70 is my supply block. So we're going to see why I lost. Let's watch how long I'm supply blocked at 70. Ready? 70. 70. Times 4 speed. 70. 70. Still at 70. I'm still at 70. Still. I'm at 70 still. Boom, 78. This was 56 seconds. 1 full minute. 1 full minute I was supply blocked here. Minute. Big. Big, 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 big. So let's keep watching. So right here, 78, that goes off quickly. I'm there for less than a second. Let's see what my next supply block is. So at 70, I got supply block for 56 seconds. Let's keep going. Watching the number, keep watching the number, boom, 125. I got supply blocked. Let's see how long I'm supply blocked at 125. So we start at about 824. 125, 125, oh, 125, there it is, 130, so 819, oh, what do you know, 54 seconds, 54 seconds, is actually 822 is when I looked at it. So I had a supply block at 70 for 56 seconds, and I had supply block at 125 for 54 seconds. That's 2 minutes. 2 minutes basically I was supply blocked. So let's call that 120 seconds. Alright? After this I watch the rest of the replay. I don't get supply blocked. I have depots finishing. Right now I have 3 more depots finishing right here. So I don't get supply blocked at the end of the game. I lose. I lose this game very hard. But let's see right now at this point how long, well, let's take a look at this really quick. In Marine takes 18 seconds to make. 18 seconds to make for a Marine. How many Marines can I make at a time? I can make 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Marines at a time. So let's just do some simple math. If I didn't get supply blocked for 2 minutes, and I didn't make any extra SCVs, I didn't use my starport, I didn't use my factory, I just made 2, 3, 4, 5 Marines constantly for 2 minutes instead of getting supply blocked for 2 minutes. Let's see how many that could be. Alright, so we have, it was how many seconds for this Marine? 18 seconds. So we have 120 divided by 18, and we can make 5 at a time. So that's 6 times 5. That is 33 Marines. 33. So right here, if I wasn't supply blocked for literally 2 minutes, 2 full minutes of not being able to produce, instead of being at 133, I would have been at 190, 160, yeah, 169, 166, sorry, 166. 166. Alright? That's more than he has right now. So let's wait until, let's wait right until the engagement. When do I engage? Right here, okay? So I'm going to engage right here, I think. Let's take a look at this. Am I engaging? When do I actually engage? I'm kind of scooting around right now. I'm stupid and I throw my whole army away here. Let's watch this. Alright, here we go. So I'm engaging. This is it. So let's see what I have. Oh, actually, no, that's not right. So he's got 59 supply of units and 60 workers. I have 72 supply of units and 50 workers. So he's already way above me in workers, which is another reason why I'm losing. He's got quite a bit of bases. But yeah, let's imagine if I had 33 more units here. 33 more units at this point of the game. Let's take a look at what. Let's say just 33 more Marines. Just 33 more Marines. Let's see what we have. So what does he have? He has 3 Banshees, 3 Vikings, 3 Liberators, 4 tanks, and 15 Marines. Okay, let's say I have plus 33, so 55 Marines. That's quite a bit more. 13 Marauders, 2 tanks, 2 Cyclones, and 6 Medevacs. Let's look at upgrades. Huh. He has Cloak and High-Sec Auto Tracking. High-Sec Auto Tracking. Those of you that don't know what High-Sec Auto Tracking is, that makes your turrets shoot farther. How many turrets do we have? He has 4 turrets. I have 6 turrets. So actually, me getting High-Sec Auto Tracking gives more value to that. This is a completely useless upgrade. He has not killed anything with a turret, as far as I can remember. And I have Stim, combat shields, concussive shells, and +1. And I have quite a few Marauders for concussive shells. I would have had 55 Marines with +1 Stim and combat shields. That's a lot of extra value. 2 tanks, which aren't even siege. They're just a move YOLO. And I had, more Cyclones, but I had the world in upgrades above him. I had a much, much bigger army if I wasn't supply blocked. This should have been a very easy game for me to win. Very, very easy game. This should have been absolutely no competition. I know I'm better than this, and I have to kind of make it known to myself that I'm screwing up because I'm making these big mistakes. Now, this wasn't the only video. This wasn't the only replay that day where I lost. I had more than 2 minutes of so let's just go down every loss really quick. Let's look at every loss on this list of mine. And let's see how many. Let's just do these first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 10 games, 10 losses. Let's see how much supply block I have. So 2 minutes and 17 seconds. A minute. 13 seconds. This one, how long was this match? Oh, okay. So it was against a Zerg though, so it's my 2-1-1, which is my best build. Still lost it. Let's take a look here. 38 seconds. Not terrible. Not terrible, considering I'm at over a minute on it. There we go. Look at that. Oh, here we go. 35 seconds. Still lost to the guy that was supply back for 2 minutes. 13 seconds. This is like standard. My actual that's what my build order is. 13 seconds about. 29 seconds. So not terrible. Not terrible. Let's go down a little bit farther. 18 seconds. So yeah, it's just my new build I think is really bad. I gotta clean it up quite a bit. Let's look at this loss streak right here really quick. So 28 seconds. 30 seconds. Minute and 27 seconds. Oh. 48 seconds. Minute and 48 seconds. Yeah. And I bet 70. I bet 70 was the biggest. So right last time 70 was at about 5.5 to 6.5 minutes. 5.5 to 6.5. Let's look at my army value. 5.5 to 6.5. Denberg's army value. Oh, I bet that's about 77. I bet that's about 70 supply right there. That nothing moves part. And what do you know, my army goes way high because probably I made like 10 supply depot at 77 and then shot up. So this is a big problem I'm having. Big issues that I'm having with this. So this week my goal is to not get supply blocked for more than 30 seconds. That is my goal. Any game I play that I don't get supply blocked for more than 30 seconds, I'm going to consider that a win for myself. But one thing I did at the very end is I went, okay, can I actually play a game without getting supply blocked? So I went into a match really quick. I'm just going to show you one of the other things I'm going to look at. So not only is it just don't get supply blocked for less than 30 seconds, that doesn't mean make 25 supply depot at the very beginning and then his macro. That's not what I want to do. I want to get this so it's within maybe 10 to 15 supply the whole match too. So this is just me against an easy computer, and I want to take a look at when my supply goes above, like, when does this get too far apart? When does this get too far apart? This whole match, my whole idea was I want to max out. Sorry, I lost an SCV to a very easy computer. I want to max out as soon as I can, but I don't want to get supply blocked. So we're just looking up here. So when does this get too far apart? It's 31 to 46. That's okay. That's within like 15. All right. All right, still good. 62 within about 10. 70. 38. Okay, still good. 83. Oh, here we go. This is getting 95. And 17. 33. Okay, that's a little bit. This is a little bit much. This is about 20. This is over 20 supply. So I've got this pretty big gap right here. But yeah, right now I should be adding on my production. Okay, yeah, I'm adding on more production right now. So I can start filling this out. So let's just keep watching this. So about 7 minutes, so about 106, 103. I'm gonna write this down. 106 to 103. 106 over 133 at 718. This is maybe I could stop on some of these depots, one round of them here. Maybe as soon as my command center finishes, that's what it is. Because I'm double making supply depot, and then my command center finishes, which adds me basically a third supply depot worth of stuff. So when I get my command center, maybe I can do command center 1 depot, and then once that depot is finished, go back to 2. Okay, so we're already learning. Let's see here if it gets worse. Looks okay. So now it's staying about 20 apart now.
Upgrade.
And I drop it. I dropped the last one. That was cheating. I shouldn't have done that. That was bad for me. He could have built it, I think. But okay, so 1026, I max out with let's see my upgrades. 221. No concussive shells. I always forget concussive shells. I always forget this upgrade. So this is my army. I didn't attack. I kind of moved my drop over here just to practice it. But this is what I mean. So what I'm learning is that 7 minutes when I drop my 3rd orbital command, I only needed to make 1 depot. I can make 1 depot at that time, and then as soon as that 1 depot is finished, I'll go back to doing 2, which should keep this supply within 15 to 20. But I'm going to study this build, and I'm going to write down all of my supply depot timings that I did, and I'm going to try to perfect it a little bit more. So how am I going to fix my problem? Well, I'm going to set a goal for myself to only do no more than 30 seconds supply block the entire game. And then once I get that down and I'm like, okay, I'm remembering to build supply depot, I'm going to try to get it so that in my game I'm never over 20 supply gapped for a long period of time. So this is what I'm going to work on this week. Hopefully I can get back up into Plat 1, Diamond 3. But right now I am slugging at the bottom. But thanks for watching. I hope you're learning something. I hope this gives you some insight about how to improve your game. And to let you know, you're not alone. I suck as well. I'm also terrible at StarCraft 2. And I love being terrible at this game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.